Welcome to the Ocean Race Europe at the start of leg 2 from Cascais, Portugal to Alicante, Spain. Our 12 teams are gearing up for the start and what will be a downwind blast for the next 10 hours to begin this 600 nautical mile race. Well, we begin tucked up close to the shore. This is going to see a very light and fluky conditions, but from the start line, a reaching start out into the breeze and the waves as well. There's going to be one mark, most likely a bear away, possibly a jibe, but it looks like the stronger breeze is going to be offshore. So once the boat's straight set, they are then heading down south and off onto the 600 nautical mile course. And here we go into the start. It is linked out, coming down well. They've got a good bit of breeze underneath them. Bure Valley late to the line. Offshore Team Germany underneath, linked out with a chance to luff. 11th hour racing now get their sails out. All of the Imoca 60s look like they're going to be a little bit shy on the gun, but that's where that conservative nature comes in. Linked out, slowing down for those final few seconds. 11th hour racing got their time on distance well. They're rolling straight over the top with Coram as well. So it's the Americans that get the best start in terms of speed. Linked out at the leeward end, the end that they wanted, and they are now away as well. Linked out, 11th hour racing and Coram all off the line and racing. And it would have been very easy to look at the scorecard at the beginning of this event and think that Offshore Team Germany weren't really going to focus, or weren't really going to feature, sorry, Sally, but I mean, not just in the coastal race yesterday, but there have been moments, even on leg 1, where this boat has proved very capable.
Push the boat as best to their ability, make some really smart decisions on the navigation and tactics.
Well, the VO65's lining up for the start. 14 knots of wind from the north, and we're going to be seeing these boats pushing pretty hard. Right now it's J1's up with what looks like the masthead code 0 furled up on all of the boats, but ready to go once they get off that line and they see what that angle is with the breeze to that first mark. Sailing Poland behind, Murpuri Foundation Racing Team managing to get back into the mix with Acton Nobel Ocean Racing. And that windward angle for the Austrian Ocean Race project is working incredibly well. They've actually been able to bear away on a nicer angle when those gusts hit. They can take that gust for speed, and they've just rolled over the top of Childhood 1. The boat that's struggling at the moment is Murpuri Ocean Racing. They are the Murpuri Foundation Racing Team, sorry. They are at the back of the fleet at the moment. Early days, and of course we have a big downwind to go, but in the coastal race, it wasn't the downwind that favoured Murpuri Foundation. It was actually Acton Nobel Ocean Racing. They were the boat that did well. So the Portuguese team will be wanting to keep in touch. And as I say that, look at that. Acton Nobel Ocean Racing is their turn to suffer. Childhood 1, they now go down, and they're going to be the first 2 boats with the breeze and moving well. And if you're on board the Austrian race project, you're a young sailor, you can't believe how well you did in leg 1. And now, if you want to see the other boats, you've got to look behind you. There was a boat on anchor, 11th hour racing, luffing up to go round the anchor line. They're still sailing with the boat that was on anchor now safely to leeward, but unfortunately, just getting out of view of 11th hour racing, and the boat comes pretty close to their line, still moving at the moment. And I mean, Sally, we've seen this before. In fact, actually on the finishing stages of leg 1, we've seen with the Imoca 60s, it's not just in terms of keeping your eye on the bow and the beams. There's an awful lot sticking out the sides of this boat. I mean, I think I should point out to anybody at home that Sally's nose was pressed up right up to the screen there, as I'm sure you were at home watching this, trying to work out whether we could see anything on that left-hand foil. We are on board now with 11th hour racing, and there you can see on the left-hand side, I believe that's Simon Fisher, the navigator, just going forward to have a little bit of a look. It would be disastrous at this point in the race, this early on, if you get to a situation where structurally you've done a little bit of damage to the performance of your boat. And while we say that, look at this, head sails furling up, Sally. That is not a good omen. sailing Poland. This is a young team. I mean, on their roster, they've got 2 16-year-olds, 2 17-year-olds. It is a group of very passionate and very skilled sailors, but really lacking in that offshore experience, and amazing to see them. If you are a young sailor on board this boat, who better to be looking after you in these conditions than someone like Bao?
That's true, and it's a little bit of a surprise because you have the dynamic of the foils on the 60s, which should just create easier speeds, basically, and easier modes. But I think what you have in the 65s is the maneuverability and the knowledge about pushing the boats with a fully crewed team. And I only expect the 60s to gain knowledge and gain speed and overall faster miles as these legs go on, and for sure into the ocean race. But you know, right now the 65s, like you said, they're proving to hold up out on the ocean, and obviously they've been around the world twice, so we know they're durable. What also means for the teams is that they can just push them as hard as possible. It's actually, you know, it's not impossible to break those boats, but it is hard to push them beyond their limit, which is, you know, a quality that can be really great out on the ocean. You don't have to throttle back, whereas the 60s have to decide when that moment is. They sure do, and here's the continuation of them coming downwind. They're gonna basically meet this transition zone as the breeze is trying to go from the north to the east. The trickiest part of the race here is gonna be through the Gibraltar Straits, where they have to decide around this exclusion zone. They're gonna meet some big waves and big breeze head on. Be a lot of tacking, upwind, and maneuvering, trying to get all the way to Alicante as the breeze basically fades out and can be really patchy.
The Austrian Ocean Race Project, the boat that struggled for pace on leg one, struggled for pace in the big downwind, and then held their nerve and kept their cool and found their way through the light winds into the approach to the Cascade, doing so well. Currently at the top of the VO65 scoreboard. Are they going to be able to hold everything? We hope you've enjoyed the racing. We're going to be following the boats daily and keeping up to date with who is winning, who's doing well out on the course, and the challenges that all of these boats are going to experience over the next 600 miles. And we'll see you soon.
Make me come alive, come on and turn me on. Groot Hospitality is a collective of unique restaurants, nightclubs, and hotels. For me, it's about creating an ecosystem that really touches everybody that comes to Miami. The number one thing I'm looking for when I go to open a new venue is anyone else there? Because I always want to be the first one in, or when everyone's left, to go back in. And for me, that's the value I bring, because I could activate an area. What I think the hot new neighborhoods are in Miami is, of course, the Miami Design District. You have all the flagships from all the big stores there. People used to drive up north to go shopping, and now they go right here in the center of Miami. It's been amazing. And having Swan there, it's like having a restaurant on Rodeo Drive. Also, Miami Beach is having a renaissance now, right? So what's great about that is us opening restaurants on Alton Road, Winkers, Tooth Fairy, Sushi Fly Chicken, of course, the Good Time Hotel on Washington Ave, and Strawberry Moon. One of the ways that I find my innovative edge is by looking to see what's coming out of the underground, because people always try to follow the trends, and by doing that, you've missed it. So for me, I always look what's bubbling in the underground, because that's what becomes pop culture in the next 6 months or a year. Miami definitely has its own style of pop culture. It's a blend of Latin, international, Euro, New York, Miami, the whole thing. And what it does is, we're in this environment and this atmosphere down here where people let loose. And it doesn't have to be so formal, but yet chic. And I think that's what's so cool about Miami. Art and music are such a big part of my life, because I love the creativeness around both those elements. And what we do, I know it's the restaurant and hospitality business, but it's an art form, I feel. And by having those creative people around me, it inspires what we do on the hospitality side. And I think we try to be on the forefront of technology and lighting and sound and music. And what it does is it creates a special moment for people. What makes Miami the place to be right now is you have everybody from tech to startups to VC to creatives to entertainment to music all coming and moving to Miami right now. And it's created this atmosphere to bring all these people to this great city. So the future for Groot Hospitality is we love Miami, and Miami's will always be home. For us, it's about taking the Miami culture we have here and bringing it elsewhere.
The Stillhouse Unbreakable Top 5. And we got a great Top 5 today. I'm telling you that. First of all, Macy Calnan with this buzzer beater, Shannon.
Oh, crazy. I mean, I kind of thought she was going to be knocked out and it was going to be not the greatest result for her. But to keep it together, that mental game going strong as well. She's got such a good team behind her, getting to travel with her partner Sheldon, and both of them making it through some rounds. For her to pull it together on the finish like this was an absolute clutch performance. So proud of her, and I can't wait to see if she makes it back. And to see that passion come out of her, I think was a really good thing to see where she's currently sitting.
Luca Macinas, Peter, doing it for Peru.
Yeah, he's got that backhand, that lethal backhand, and he was able to pull it out this morning and into the afternoon, getting himself that quarterfinal finish. But that turn right there was so beautiful. Just the way he was able to arc, get the tail release, and still showcasing a ton of power.
Number 3, Chumbinho, João Chianca charges.
Wow, I mean, he had another close call, but pulled it through on this one, made that advancing position, and was absolutely charging solid size sets here at the south side of the Huntington Beach Pier, charging across that hot sand as well.
And Molly Pickles, just outstanding surfing at 8 and a 7, Pete.
Oh, well, she did pull it together. I was talking about this one. She did give a good run in this heat. Her surfing has been stellar throughout this season in the Challenger Series and deserves every accolade that she has. So good job by Molly Picklum.
Yeah, and that leads us over to number 1. It is making Ventura proud. Eitan Osborne, a 9.67 for this air of the event. Incredible.
Huge. Air of the event, absolutely. Goes for that, gets that full rotation through, does the stand tall claim, straight back to the beach. Team there, Brett Merrick shaping his boards, the whole Al Merrick crew cheering him on. Channel Islands, well done, Eitan.
Hi, I'm Dan Nicol from Dan Really Likes Wine with some winter counsel for you as you look at what wine to stock up your cellar with over the coming months. As it gets a little cooler, a great bottle of red wine is a wonderful source of comfort. And here's something that fits both price and palate rather nicely. It comes from Guardian Peak, which doesn't just have a lovely restaurant and terrific views down over the Helderberg in Stellenbosch. It's also from a valley where the terroir just screams out, let's make red wine. And that is exactly what they do with this Guardian Peak Merlot. Now, Guardian Peak has got two key attributes for me. One is the quality of their wine. It is consistently good wine. The second is their pricing. Now, this is a really good bottle of Merlot. Merlot as a grape is a huge favorite in South Africa. The richness and the smoothness speaks to the enjoyment of so many people. And this normally at just 100 Rand a bottle is extremely good value. But if you're a member of the Pick and Pay Wine Club, it drops down to just 80 Rand a bottle. It's got the screw caps, easy to pour yourself a glass or two midweek with a big bowl of bolognese or a nice pizza and just pop it back on, have the next glass or two the following day, and easy does it. To be part of that wine club, well, it's oh so easy. It doesn't cost you a thing. You just sign up as a Pick and Pay Smart Shopper and bang, you get all these amazing rewards as a member of the Pick and Pay Wine Club. And in the case of the Guardian Peak Merlot, a really nice bottle of warming winter red. To join the Pick and Pay Wine Club, simply SMS your Smart Shopper number to 36775. It's absolutely free and you'll get for yourself 3 times the Smart Shopper points on every bottle of wine bought. You'll also get a 20% discount on 10 different wines each month, a 25% discount on a case of wine, and a Magnum, some terrific competitions and invitations to awesome events.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Last year in Oman I finished 4th, so I was really coming here to try and get the win, so it's just been amazing to be able to come off the water with a gold medal for Ireland. Yeah, Ireland is such a small team. We only have 3 boats, and for the Ilka 6 boy and myself both getting the gold medal, it's absolutely phenomenal, and I'm so proud of the team, and we've been coached by an amazing coach, Vasily, so it's just been, you know, it's so proud to be able to come off the water knowing that Ireland has got 2 gold medals.
And first place and gold medalist, winner of the Royal Netherlands Centennial Trophy, representing also Ireland, is Eve McMahon.
New Bethesda is like the spiritual home of free thinkers. It's a sort of vast landscape that's almost biblical in magnitude. The harshness of it makes you a much more thoughtful and spiritual person. It's almost an oasis for people who are innovative in their thinking. Because to survive on such a land means you have to be stronger. You have to look for answers in non-traditional ways. This seems to be a place that is a magnet for people who want to express themselves and makes it a visually interesting place to be as a photographer. To my friends in America, if they wanted to find an area that was quirky, warm, creative, and in the middle of a fantastic land, I would say come to New Bethesda, because that's where they would find it all together in one small, wonderful place.
August 6, 1945. For the first time, a nuclear weapon is used in warfare. The United States drops an atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan during World War II. The blast and its aftermath kill an estimated 140,000 people. President Harry Truman.
We have used it in order to shorten the agony of war, in order to save the lives of thousands and thousands of young Americans. We shall continue to use it until we completely destroy Japan's power to make war.
1965. In Washington, a victory for America's civil rights movement as President Lyndon Johnson signs the Voting Rights Act. The law lifts barriers in segregated states of the South aimed at preventing blacks from exercising their right to vote. 1978. Pope Paul VI dies in Castel Gandolfo, Italy at age 80. His successor, Pope John Paul I, dies after 33 days as pontiff. He is followed by Pope John Paul II. 1881. Alexander Fleming, the scientist behind the discovery of the antibiotic agent penicillin, is born in Lockfield, Scotland. And 2004, funk singer Rick James dies of a heart attack at his home in Los Angeles. He was 56 years old. Today in history, August 6th. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
Welcome back in our studio, and in today's news,